ஓகே, நாங்கள் இப்போது கோட் படம் பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஷோ. லியோ படம் பார்க்க போகும்போது ஆல்ரெடி பயங்கர லேட்டு. ஷாம்பர்க் லொக்கேஷனுக்கு பதிலாக நான் பேரிங்டனில் புக் பண்ணிட்டேன். அதாவது 2 லொக்கேஷன். ஸோ அந்த ஒரு லொக்கேஷன் பதிலாக இன்னொரு லொக்கேஷனில் புக் பண்ணிட்டேன். ஆல்ரெடி லேட்டு. அங்கே போயிட்டு டிக்கெட்டை ஸ்கேன் பண்ணுறான். இங்கே ஒர்க் ஆகாது சார், இது இந்த டிக்கெட் வேலிட் இல்லை அப்படின்னா. இல்லையே பாருங்கள், டிக்கெட்லாம் கரெக்டாக தான் இருக்குது, கரெக்ட் டைம் தான் இருக்குது, அலோவ் பண்ணுங்க அப்படின்னா. சரி நீங்கள் வேணால் உள்ளே போய் பாருங்கள் அப்படின்னாங்க. சரின்னு ஸ்க்ரீனுக்குள்ளே போய் பார்த்தா யாருமே இல்லை. Remember we went into that screen and there was nobody inside and nothing was running.
We talked to the janitor and he was like, yeah, there's not a movie in here for 2 hours.
டிக்கெட் ஒழுங்கா திரும்பி பார்த்தா வேற லொகேஷன் போட்டுருக்கு. அப்புறம் அடிச்சு
But you didn't
புடிச்சு.
even realize until we had stood in the line for the popcorn for half an hour.
அது பாப்கார்ன் வேற நடுவில். பாப்கார்னு கோக்லாம் வாங்கிட்டு உள்ள அப்படியே போகிறோம். அதுக்கப்புறமா ஓடு அந்த தியேட்டருக்கு பக்கத்து தியேட்டருக்கு.
So then we're running through the parking lot with this huge thing of popcorn and spilling all over the place and you were panicked because we were so late.
சரின்னு அந்த தியேட்டருக்கு ஆல்ரெடி படம் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. சரின்னு போய் உட்கார்ந்தோம். We sat down to watch that movie and then ஒண்ணுமே புரியல. என்னடா வசனமே புரியல. It didn't matter to you because you were looking at the subtitles.
Yeah, I have to read it.
And I was like, இது ஒருவேளை நார்த் இந்தியாவில் நடக்கிறதுனால வேற லாங்குவேஜ் பேசுவாங்களோ அப்படின்னு நினச்சா, இல்லையே, நார்த் இந்தியாலையும் ஹிந்தி தானே பேசுவாங்க. They'll speak Hindi, why are they talking in Telugu? And then I realized I had booked for the Telugu version and not the Tamil version.
Then I was so confused later in the movie because they had the scene about the hyena in the beginning.
Hyena
and
scene.
We didn't have any idea what was going on later when they had a hyena in it.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully we have the correct ticket. I made sure we have the correct ticket, and we are going to the correct movies.
Yeah, you double checked it this time.
Yep.
Okay.
G-O-A-T, the greatest of all time.
We just saw the movie Goat, first day first show, FDFS. That's what we call. So what do you think about the movie?
It's a little too violent for me.
Yeah, I mean I know it's an action movie. It's not a family movie.
I liked the first half actually. It was funny in the beginning.
Yeah.
It started out kind of as a comedy. I enjoyed that part.
The director is Venkat Prabhu. His movies are always make movies on a lighter note. I think you watched one of his movie, the time loop movie, Manadu. Yeah.
We watched that in theater.
Yeah, and you really enjoyed it.
Yes, because it was funny.
Yeah. So the main USP of the movie was de-aging, and I think they did a really good job.
It didn't look awkward. Sometimes
Yeah.
when you see movies where they do that, it does. They actually did do a nice job with like the way that they showed it on screen. And I actually think sometimes it's difficult when you have two characters that are played by the same person. When you have them both on screen at the same time, that can be really difficult to choreograph and to make it look real. And I think that they actually did a decent job. So the film team was really
the VFX.
good.
What did you think of the music?
I liked some of it. I found it awkward some of the times where they threw. It didn't seem like they planned out where they were gonna put music very well.
Yeah, you just witness a murder and then there's a dream song. Or murder ku apurama odane dream song.
It felt really weird, especially when you're in like a period of the movie where you're kind of at a climax. It seems like they should like.
Yeah, just tell us the story.
Yeah,
we don't want to.
Then you don't want to have to sit through the song.
Yeah, but
and I don't mind musicals. I actually like them, but I wish that they had tied some of the music into the story a little bit better because a lot of the songs didn't feel like they were well placed.
The younger guy, Yuvan, the son, the actor really did a good job at changing the body language. I was actually able to see a difference in the father and the son.
Oh yeah.
That was really good. And this guy was crazy. Yeah, he turned around and looked at you and you were laughing at his song, Thalapathy Vijay. He was doing that signature step. That was funny.
It reminds me of the Joker, like his body language, kind of.
Yeah.
And he was just literally mentally insane. Like he played him so well that you could tell that he just was out of his mind.
Yeah, because you walked out for that section where he went through a lot of abuse as a child, so I see why he is like that, because you're messed up when you go through stuff like that.
Yeah, I couldn't watch that.
Yeah. When the movie started, like, he wore a mask, right? So that he wore a mask of another actor who just recently passed away.
Okay.
It would have
the
made no
context
sense
is
to you.
lost on me.
That looked so bad. That VFX, that AI, they made it using AI, like his expression and all of that was, I don't like
I
that.
wondered
at all.
about that because it might just be me, but they look a little bit similar, and
Yeah.
so it didn't confuse. Like, it's supposed to seem like they didn't know who he was, but I feel like you would have, because they don't look enough different that I felt like if you were looking for that, because he was somebody they were looking for, right, in the beginning, they would have absolutely known that was.
Yeah, I couldn't stop thinking about Gemini Man. So this is Will Smith's movie. The director, in all of his interviews, he kept referring, or he kept going back to Gemini Man and how he got inspired. Because you should watch the movie if you haven't. They did a really good job with de-aging. Director is heavily influenced by that movie. The Gemini Man movie starts with a scene where he's taking a sniper shot, and this movie starts with a sniper shot. But the hero is not actually doing the shot. But that reminded me heavily of Gemini Man. And in Gemini Man, the villain actually clones the hero and makes another clone of him, and then raises him as his own son.
Which is why they threw that weird part in the end of the movie.
And so he raises his own son and sends this new cloned man to kill the hero, which is exactly what's happening in this movie. I wish they didn't do it. And the last part was the climax, the post climax, where they show the cloning was.
That felt very unnecessary right at the end, especially since I actually think that the plot was well thought out.
By Gemini Man director.
Sure, but like I feel like the whole movie, they did a good job of tying things back in that came in the beginning, and sort of tying off all the loose threads, and then they got to the end, and then they threw like another like weird extra climax at you, and then cut out.
And I have to mention, in the bathroom, I don't know if you paid attention
With the cricket player?
Yeah, it was not actually a cricket player. It was an actor. He's a Tamil actor. He's an upcoming actor. There is a dialogue where, I guess I'm doing this in English, so that's okay. So there's a dialogue where, so the hero leaves, and this actor calls him, and he's like, "Oh, looks like you're going for an important job. I'll take care of this." Which means, context is, this actor is leaving acting. He started a political party, so this is going to be his second last movie. So he's going to do one more movie. So what is implying is that you're going to go start your political journey, and I'm going to take care of being the next superstar. That was like, for a superstar actor to let another upcoming actor say those dialogues is a big thing in Tamil industry, Tamil movie industry. I was shocked, and I was like, what? And I'm sure everybody who saw that scene felt the same way.
I didn't understand any of the context, but I actually did like that scene though. I felt like they kind of threw that in. It was a little bit funny. Which
I think you will like that actor's movie. Have you watched Remo, where he acts like a nurse?
Yes,
he dresses up.
Yeah.
So that's the same guy. I'll show you.
I like the music from that movie.
Oh yeah, I use Vox. Even though I'm an Yuvan fan. Yeah, there were a lot of old movie references, dialogues.
Like the one in the beginning, where he's drunk and then he wakes up in the morning and he's doing like the funny dance in the kitchen. Yeah.
You enjoyed it, even though you don't know
what's
so
funny.
Going.
Yeah.
He's a really good actor. I don't know why I used to hate him, but
don't say that. You're gonna lose fans.
That's okay.
I think overall, I think that the team did a really good job of just the way that it's filmed and the different shot angles and that all looked. The movie looked really, really good. Yeah. And I do think that the plot overall was good. I I liked that they had some funny stuff in there, but I wish that it was sprinkled more throughout the movie,
Yeah,
rather than being all in the beginning and then a little bit at the end. I think the middle of the movie suffered a little bit with being a little too serious and hardcore, and if they had sprinkled a little bit more in there, I think it would have lightened it up a little bit and made it easier to sit through.
So yeah, this is what we thought about the movie. I don't know why I'm posting this video, but here it is.